Hello students, in this video I will discuss resolution of a vector, chapter 3, motion in a plane, class 11. What is resolution of a vector? Consider a triangle OAB where OA is a vector, AB is a vector and OB is a vector. Now let us apply triangle law. Then according to triangle law, OA plus AB is equal to OB. Now mathematically I can write OB equals to OA plus AB. Mathematically they are same, but in physics there is slightly difference. Here you see two vectors are combined to give a single vector. Here a single vector is divided into two parts. So this is known as composition and this is known as resolution. So what is resolution? It is splitting a vector into two vectors or more vectors such that when they are added that will give the given vector. Thus resolution of a vector is a splitting of a vector into two or more components. So OB is a vector and it has two components, OA and AB. They are called resolved components. Now if these two components OA and AB are mutually perpendicular to each other, then they are called rectangular components. Okay, if OA and AB, the resolved components, are mutually perpendicular to each other, they are called rectangular components. So rectangular components are the resolved components of a vector which are mutually perpendicular. First we discuss in two dimension. Let OP represents a vector. We want to resolve OP or a vector. We have drawn perpendicular, PM perpendicular to OX and PN perpendicular to OY. Now apply triangle law to this. According to triangle law, OP equals to OM plus MP. Now MP and ON, they are equal. So in place of MP, I can write ON. OP is a vector and OM and ON are the components of A. This is a vector, OM and ON are the components of A. OM is a component along X, so I can call this as AX, okay, AX vector. ON is a component along Y, so I can call this as AY. So A has two components, AX vector and AY vector. AX vector is along x-axis. So x direction is represented by I cap. So AX vector can be written as I cap AX, because AX vector, what is the magnitude of AX vector? AX. And what is the direction of AX vector? Along X, that is I cap. Similarly, what is the magnitude of AY vector? AY. What is the direction of AY vector? It is along Y, and Y direction is represented by what? J. So you can write it J cap. From figure, what is sin theta? Sin theta is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. In this case, PM is perpendicular and OP is hypotenuse. So I can write PM by OP. PM or MP and ON, that is AY. So in place of MP, I can write AY, and OP is A. So I can write A. Okay, you see MP or PM, same thing. MP and ON, what it represents? It represents AY. They are equal. So it is AY and OP is A. So we have AY is A sin theta. Cos theta is base by hypotenuse. Base is OM, hypotenuse is OP. OM is AX. So OM is AX, OP is A. So cross multiply. AX will be A cos theta. Now squaring and adding. Square left hand side AX square, AY square. When you square this side, A square cos square plus A square sin square. Now if you take A square common, we have sin square plus cos square, and you see sin square plus cos square is 1, so simply A square. So what is AX square plus AY square? This is A square. Then what is A? A equals to root over of AX square plus AY square. Now divide ay by ax. So a sin theta by a cos theta, a will cancel, sin theta by cos theta, that is tan theta. So what is tan theta? Tan theta is ay by ax, that implies theta equals to tan inverse of ay by ax. Okay. Now resolution of a vector in 3 dimension. Suppose OP represents a vector and we want to take components of a along x, along y, along z. Suppose a makes an angle alpha with x-axis, the a vector makes an angle beta with the y-axis, and the same a vector makes an angle gamma with the z-axis. Like the previous one, to find component we have to draw perpendicular from P on x-axis, perpendicular from P to y-axis, and perpendicular from P to z-axis. The derivation is not required here. You have to remember the formula only. So what is a vector? A vector can be written as Iax plus Jay plus Kaz, where Ax, Ay and Az are components of A along x, y and z. Therefore what is A? A is root over of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Also, what is ax? Ax is a cos alpha, because a makes an angle alpha with x-axis. So component of a along x, so a cos alpha. Similarly, a makes an angle beta with the y-axis. So what is the component along y? Ay. Ay is a cos beta. A cos beta. Now a makes an angle gamma with the z-axis. Then what is az? Az is a cos gamma. For example, say a equals to tan root 2 and a makes an angle theta with the x-axis. Now the question is, what are the components of a along x-axis and along y-axis? What are the components? If this is a, this is theta, then this will be what? A cos theta, component of a along this a cos theta. So a is tan root 2, cos theta, cos 45 is 1 by root 2, so it is 10 Newton. Now very interesting, if this is theta, then this is what? 90 minus theta. Then what is the component of a along y? This is a cos of 90 minus theta. Remember, this angle is 90 minus theta. This is a. So component of a along this, along y, which the angle is 90 minus theta, this is a. So it is a cos of 90 minus theta. And this comes out to be a sin theta. So resolved component is always cos theta. Here a cos theta, here a sin cos 90 minus theta, which eventually comes out to be a sin theta. So substitute the value, you will get 10 Newton again. The question may be like this. Suppose ax is given and a is given, and you have to find theta and ay. Diagram is same. This is a, this is ax. So ax is given and theta is given. You have to find a and a sin theta. In this diagram, you see if this is s, then what is ax? A cos theta. So simply ax is a cos theta. We'll substitute the value and we'll get the result. Ax is 10, a is 10 root 2, 10 cancel. So what is cos theta? 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 is cos 45. So cos theta is cos 45. So theta is 45 degree. Also ay is a sin theta. A is 10 root 2 and sin theta sin 45 is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 is cancelled. So answer will be simply 10 Newton. So you may get different questions where one of the term will be unknown and other terms will be given. Suppose you have to find ax, ay, theta will be given, or theta will, if you have to calculate theta, then ax will be given, ay will be given, like this. Okay. So this is a brief discussion on resolution of a vector. Thank you very much.